Hi, all. Welcome back to Bistify. I hope you are now ready to get Bistified because certified is no longer enough to have. So just join and subscribe the channel Bistify where we build these skills, not just resumes. So today we are going to cover something really interesting, and it's related to AI and ML. So basically, it's on ML side rather, but for a cloud engineer to know about ML services and specifically about AWS, then today's session is a very important one where we are going to cover OCR. OCR is the optical character recognition, and it's nothing but kind of technology that converts your text into text and images or scan documents into some editable and searchable digital text. And this is being done on AWS using the service AWS Textract, right, which is again AI/ML powered document analysis services. So it does so many things. It can recognize your printed and handwritten text. It can extract any values or the key pairs. Like if you have any invoice where you have the name called Listify, and you just uh, train that model to extract the Bistify only from that document. It would be done using this model. And we have another type or another feature, I can say, tables. You can extract the tables like rows, columns, and values, specific things you like to extract from the document. And you can even queries, right? You can have the signatures extracted. It can detect your signatures as well. If there are signatures in the document or any presence is there, it will do the job. So again, the model it kind of uses behind the scenes, if you have heard of. If not, then I have opened this page on the screen. So you just need to go through AI ML prelim notes, followed by AI handwritten notes and machine learning handwritten notes. It would give you at least the basic idea of what are the algorithms do we have in artificial intelligence and the machine learning topics. And basically to give you an overview, there is something called neural networks. So for one of these feature it uses neural network, and like for other features we have other algorithms as well. For example, layout lm. And you will get to know if you go through this these documents, right? I have uploaded it on the public GitHub, and you would find it there. Go through the readme dot md file. It will give you what all do I have here in this public repository. So this particular repository is for resources, but I have other repositories in get Bistified user. So you can go through the this, and whenever you want, you can connect me anytime, or you can drop me an email here if you would like to uh, get the access to the private GitHub repo. And there are walkthrough available on the YouTube's as well. I have the link, direct link for the YouTube here as well. So, all right, let's now focus on what we are here for. That is for extracting the text from the image that I will be uploading on S3 bucket, and how it would work. Let me walk you through that. So I'll upload the image to, let's say there are two buckets. I'll upload the image to bucket one, where in I'll take it as, or I'll consider that bucket as the input bucket. As soon as uh, it detects any upload is there on that bucket, it triggers the Lambda. What Lambda would do? Lambda would call the Textract service within AWS to extract the text, and it saves the text result into bucket 2. That's the, you can say it, output bucket. And then as an add-on, my work is done with the Textract here. You can download the object from the second bucket to get the details of the text. However, if you don't want to give access, if you'd like to give access to the user who needs that text extracted from the bucket or from that file, you can share the pre-signed URL that is valid for 1 hour, let's say. And then what it generates that URL and sends the link via SNS email. So SNS is again the service uh, user will be notified from, and how it works. Let's go ahead and move on to the um, practical hands-on. Okay, so I'll come here. I'll create two buckets very quickly. I'll say demo OCR input bucket. Let's say input bucket, and I'll keep things as is for now. You can customize it based on your needs. I have it like private bucket. These are the private buckets. They don't have the public access enabled. And let's create another one. It's called demo OCR output bucket. Okay. Now I have two buckets. That's great. And let's close this out. And now second thing I'll have to do is I'll have to register the email of the user, or let's say I'm the user here. I'll say OCR topic, and you can give any display name here. I'll not do anything else. I'll just create a topic, and I'll create the subscription as well to allow the protocol as email so that it can uh, create a subscription on my email. And let's access the email here. Let me refresh. You will receive it shortly. Meanwhile, we are getting it. Let's move on to just a second. It says pending confirmation. So email has been sent out from AWS. It should be here shortly. Meanwhile, we can do what we can do. We can create a role here. So let's go ahead and create a role. The AWS service that I would be using is Lambda. Lambda, what Lambda would do, we should have that those permissions here. So Lambda should have S3 permission to detect um, the uploads and again save the results to the output bucket. This is S3, and then we should also have Textract. Let's say full access, and then we should have one more SNS. And to execute all of these, I should also have Lambda basic execution role. Okay, so these four roles, I'll show that to you. Let me say demo OCR OCR uh, Textract. Now, so these are the four roles. You can note it down. These are the four roles. When you do it in your personal environment or on enterprise level, you can refer these roles. You can customize the roles anyway to have the least privileges. So I have created a role. Now it's time to review the SNS again. Okay, I have got one email. Let me confirm the subscription. So my subscription is confirmed. Now let's move on to Lambda. I'll create Lambda function, a new Lambda function, and I'll say demo OCR function for Textract. All right. Now Python runtime I will be using here as my preferred one, and I'll say Lambda execution role would be the one we just recently created. Okay, so Textract create function. All right, my function is created. Let's go here and add trigger. Trigger would be S3. So once it detects any file in the input bucket, right? And event types, I'll say event type as, let's say, put, because that's the upload thing, and there would be a folder I will be using here. All right, so uploads like this, and I will acknowledge and click add. Okay, so my trigger is set here for prefix uploads and for the bucket input. Now in the configuration of this Lambda, I'll prefer to increase at least 3 minutes, not 3 seconds. It can take some time to execute the Lambda function. And now come to code. Just to save the time here, I have written the code prior to this, and I have already tested it out just to save your time in going further for the troubleshooting as well. So this is the code I'll walk you through now. Let me paste it here. So what is this doing? It is importing the requirements, and what it's doing, it's so far hard coding the values here, but you can always go to configuration and put it in the environment variable. So this is where I have uh, put it down the ARN for that SNS topic, the region I have created, and the output bucket. And we don't have to provide input bucket because we have already set it as trigger. So input bucket is there whenever it finds any upload in the input, it will trigger this function that would be playing a role, wherein the result would be uploaded to S3 bucket for the output key, I mean for the output bucket, and then it will generate the pre-signed URL like this, and it will send the notification using SNS service to our email, right? So nothing needs to be modified. I've already modified it. Just the bucket name, SNS topic ARN, and the region. SNS topic ARN, you can get it from here like this. Okay, this is the ARN, complete ARN. You can copy and paste it, and we are good to go. Now I'll deploy it right here. This would not work unless I make the first upload. So the Lambda function is deployed, say successfully deployed function. Now what I'll do, I'll go back in the S3 bucket, and let's first review what we are going to upload. We are going to upload this image, that's of the format .jpg. Let's see if it extracts this text from the image. Okay, now let me go ahead and create a folder here. I should have created it earlier. You don't have to create the result folder because it will create it by default in the output bucket, but in the input bucket you should have the folder here because we are doing the manual upload here. You can perform this using CLI as well, and the name of the file is, let me say, gks jpg. I think this should be it, and I'll say upload. Now in the CloudWatch, let me refresh the CloudWatch. We had nothing. Now we have one log group and one log stream. Let's open this up and see if it has done anything. So in the CloudWatch, if you see, it has received the event, and it the moment it received the event, it triggered the um, Lambda function with this upload, right? And then it's calling the Textract to detect the document text, and it has been extracted using the service. That's a very beautiful service we have in the Amazon, and we also have similar services in Azure as well. So you can explore that as well. And it saved this into the uploads. It should be it should be results and not uploads, but anyways we'll see if we have got it in the results and then uploads. And this is the pre-signed URL, and I could have copied it from here and showed that to you, but I have implemented SNS notification as well. So let's move on to our email again and see if we have another email from AWS. We should get another email here. Let's see. Let's wait for a second. Since it's the Outlook client, if it would have been uh, browser, it should have been replicated by now. All right, so we have got one email with the OCR result. So let me open this. This is valid for 1 hour. So whosoever gets this email can only access it for like an hour, and we should copy it like this till HTTPS and come to the browser and try to open this up. All right, so it has downloaded something, and this .txt is also available in the output bucket. Let me show that to you. I have results, and then I have uploads, and this is the download. So let's compare it. Let's download this as well, and the one we already got it with the pre-signed URL. And let's come here and downloads, and in the downloads I'll open this, and I'll open the other one as well, and let's see. Now I'll open the notepad. So this is the one I have got from Lambda function. So this has extracted all the menu details that we have here. Just compare it. Gharkal Swab by Shanu. Main course Zira extracted, and Zira rice is of rupees 80. Veg pulao is of rice rupees 100, and so on. It has everything. It has high tea snacks. It has desserts like we have, and the same goes with this. So that's how our ML service for AWS works. And I hope you enjoyed this video and try to implement the same in your environment, either it is personal or if there is any requirement from the enterprise level, you can implement the same. And this demo will really help you to understand the basics of it. And again, there are nodes and there are other repositories available here. Let me show that to you really quickly. There are 9 repositories I have. This is the public repository, all first three. We have AIML projects here, and this project will also be a part of this, or maybe some private repository here. I have some beautiful full scripts to work with some other tasks, and this is also the private repository multi-resources, Terraform multi-resources with AWS. So like with multiple services to work together, but for the single service I have kept it in public, so it's just creates a single resource at once. Okay, so but this was all about the Textract service and how it works when it comes to ML part. So thank you so much for watching. Wish you good luck.